Okay. Let's turn that video noise reduction on. Okay. Audio's on. Okay, hello and welcome everybody. We are live, and let me just see if those notifications are going to go out. I think we're live. Yeah. Notifications went out, so that's great. Let me do my SEO.
Yeah, I got.
Les Peter Guitar Jam.
Hey, Moo.
Moo.
No.
Okay. Let me do my SEO. I'm so glad I remember this SEO. I know it's a little bit of pain because I have to do it at the beginning of every show, but if it helps somebody find me, man, it'll be worth it. You know, and get a couple people back that haven't watched in a long time that were good viewers, man. Okay, there it goes. So yeah, down it goes. The crypto dropped, but I'm not worried about it. It's not at all a part of what's going on with me.
Lisa Fearney.
Hey Lisa, lately.
Hi, Nate.
I haven't even been thinking about it really, but I just glanced at it and I was like, ooh, it's down really low. It's it might drop even lower. I'm not sure, but I'm not that worried about it. I'm just hanging in there, and I'm hanging in for the long haul. So I was mentally prepared to Bitcoin to go all the way down to $10,000. And if I can purchase more, and I'm in a position to where I can buy more, I will. I will buy more crypto. My finances right now are kind of in question because I've got a couple business deals with the mini storage that I've got going on, and I don't know where I have to be financially to fulfill everything. And that, in addition to taxes, I have to pay. So I have to have that cash on hand, and I don't really want to be pulling it out of crypto because when I do, it costs me money to move that around. It's just cheaper for me to leave it in the bank. It would seem, right? But in reality, if it were sitting in crypto and it was making double, well, then it would be worth it to me to get charged to pull it out a little bit. Something for me to think about. I've got about a million other things on my brain. I want to tell you this one thing. I was listening to this girl. She was from Ukraine. She had on Twitter, she had a space. There's just a few people in there. She was talking about being Ukrainian and this is funny, being disrespected by people misrepresenting what she's about and who she is by her online identity. She claims she's Ukrainian. She sounds Ukrainian. She's got a lot of information that she puts out there. And then she started talking about how poor Ukrainians are they're just misunderstood by the rest of the world. You guys just don't understand, man. You know, to them, Nazism isn't what it is to the rest of the world. It's, you know, Bandera is a hero, and you're not going to understand that because you're not Ukrainian. That's what she was saying. And I couldn't take it anymore. And I didn't ask to speak. I didn't even want to leave a comment. I just walked out with the realization of understanding that her excuse for Ukrainians exhibiting Nazism is the very excuse that the Biden administration and the followers of him and everyone else in the world who's supporting this war have to somehow reconcile with themselves. The Nazism that is blatantly exhibited among the military that we're supporting in Ukraine. So understand, hearing it anecdotally from a single Ukrainian girl today, they're in complete denial about their Nazism, and they think we're all just blowing it out of proportion. I want you to know that. Oh, you're accusing us of being Nazis? Well, you guys are taking things a little far. You know, we might not like African Americans and Jews here, but, you know, you just need to understand it's because of where we are and where we are geopolitically and where we are, you know, with Russia and with Germany and with, you know, the whole World War II and blah, blah, blah. And our history and Bandera and our hero. And you're like, I can't take it anymore. But at least I have that realization of understanding why they believe what they believe. Because what they are is so vulgar that they lie to themselves about who they are, and they try to project that onto the rest of the world. Like, how dare you call us Nazis when, we're just trying to be Nazis? Why are you going to hate us for trying to be Nazis? Oh, wow. My brain just melted inside my skull. A little bit more today. And I like I said, I had no comment. I wasn't going to engage anybody over it. You guys obviously, my opinion on it. But having that extra bit of knowledge of actually hearing it from a Ukrainian and understanding why someone like Joe Biden won't talk about it, someone like David Pakman won't talk about it. They won't, these people that support that war effort, they're not going to bring it up. It's because all of them are willing to undergo that level of indoctrinated delusion so that they can justify going after their all-time enemy, the Russians. Oh, that's right, those people who helped us win World War II not that long ago. Crazy. The ally of my ally is my enemy. What? Way to go, America. And I want to go over something else. It was stated on CNN and on various news agencies today that some Russian political politician, whatever, somebody general, he misspoke. He was at the G20 and he said, this war that we're trying to end, that's what Russia said, that we entered into to try to bring to an end this attack that was going on from Ukraine and America on Russia. And you had all the cucks over there at the G20, they all giggled and snorted and laughed at him. And then CNN amplifies that by saying, oh, this guy really understands what public shaming is now. Oh, he's been shamed, really, for telling the truth of what we've all been saying for years, that America helped start this war by overthrowing the Russian-friendly government of Ukraine in 2014, that they all admit to. It's not up for debate anymore. And we all understand what happened. We all understand that America was completely involved and responsible for what happened over there. The reaction from Russia was expected. And this is what America wanted, because they wanted to enter into a war with Russia, and this was the way to do it. This was the path. You have been played, America. If you're waving one of those blue and yellow flags, you've been played, because they played on your emotions. They played on knowing that you were going to support America. Woohoo, America. They knew you were going to do that. You did it with Afghanistan, and it was such a big deal to get out of Afghanistan. Oh, but these poor white people, these blonde-haired, blue-eyed white people, they need our help now. Some of your relatives are from Ukraine. We've got Ukrainians that live here. We have to go to war for them. The reporting up until 2018 from the mainstream media was, the Nazi problem in Ukraine needs to be addressed. In 2019, all of that reporting went away. But if you go back, they can't delete the reports, and they're still on the internet. And you can literally go back to 2018, and you can see all of the news agencies were saying, there's a big Nazi problem in Ukraine. There's a huge Nazi problem in Ukraine.
Patrick John Welder.
And Russia's like, yeah, we're going to take care of them fucking Nazis.
Some of those people
we should have joined with Russia and taken care of those fucking Nazis. What the fuck? That's what we were supposed to be doing, killing Nazis, I thought. A lot on Texas. A lot of Ukrainians live in Texas. Yeah, I found out today I'm not 25% Russian like I thought I was. I'm 75% Russian.
Oh.
Yeah. So, fuck America. Go Russia. Fuck Ukraine. I'm 75%, bitch. Hey, go Vladimir Putin. You speak for me, motherfucker. What do you think about that? 75%.
Billy
Hey,
Valentine.
where's Nikichka at? Tell her I'm 75%
I thought
Russian.
you could never have enough cheese, but guess what? You can have too much cheese.
Hey, Billy, I'm sorry you learned your lesson about cheese today. Yep. I had, and it's funny that you said that, I had the largest piece of pizza I think I've ever had in my entire life, the single slice, last night. And then today, had a cheesesteak for lunch, but I only ate half. It's really good, man. Really good. I went to an Italian restaurant and got a cheesesteak. I was like, I'm not getting pizza again. I'm not getting Italian. I'm going to get something, you know, I'm going to get a good American meal here. And I did. And I went into a bong shop and I looked at the bongs, but then my mom was feeling ill, so I had to leave. And I didn't get to purchase a piece of glass. But they didn't even have what I wanted, really. I was looking for a bong. And then I was like, maybe I should get a bubbler. But, you know, for doing dabs. And, my sister walked in and was like, Mom's not feeling good. We got to go. I was like, all right. That's cool. Her tooth was bothering her. Okay, getting ready to heat up for a dab here.
Oh, wow.
Okay. You guys take your time. Kit Boga just uploaded. I tried refunding a refund scammer. He was furious. Kit Boga, not a friend of this show's. Remember that. Act accordingly. I wonder how old H.A. Goodman's doing, man, with the whole DeSantis-Trump thing. God, I bet you he puts DeSantis down big time. I'd love to see that coming from the right. Okay, I am about ready to dab here.
All right.
If I go too soon, man, it cooks the dab way too quick. I want it to last a little longer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm good. Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, Jim, Bill, Pat, Lise. I'm shortening everybody's name today. Everyone's over there on the Rumble Sphere. Oh, two of you. Cheers, everybody. Too soon. I probably should have waited on it.
Billy Valentine. Apes, buds, and cheese. You're on the Napoleon diet.
So, I want to say hello to everybody that's tuning in right now. I'm so glad that you guys are all here. DeSantis appointee to new Disney Oversight Board suggested that tap water could turn people gay. Wow. Great oversight, Ron DeSantis. You pick only the finest people. He picks only the finest people. Let's tweet that. He's such an idiot.
I drink tap water daily, and I'm not fucking gay. Not that I have anything against gay people. It's just it don't hold up.
I drink tap water all the time, and I'm fine too. So
I must admit, I starting to my pinky have starting to raise a little when I hold a glass. I don't know.
yeah. So what if I like fuchsia? Back in the day.
Billy Valentine. Tap water turned me gay, but I got a Brita filter and now I'm ungay.
So I got a like on Twitter today from Dusty Smith, and I got a like from Pat the Burner. You. That makes me happy. What else is going on here? Should I look at the more news articles here and just see what they're trying to feed us? Oh, Kellyanne Conway's getting a divorce! Oh, I called it! I called it, man! Oh my God, I called that! We'll never find it, but I knew it, man. I was like, there's no way they're gonna stay together. There's no way. He was running trucks down Washington, bro, with big anti-Trump slogans on them, man. He was renting out trucks, man. I was like, man, she ain't gonna like that. That's not gonna last. That is not gonna last. Yup. 22-year marriage, man. Bye-bye. It's not even worth covering. I'll move on. Credibility crisis. MSNBC's Nicole Wallace insisted COVID originating in Wuhan lab was conspiracy theory. I want to watch this because I got to tell you, man.
It didn't. It came from there. It's fucking proven beyond a shadow of fucking doubt. Conspiracy, my ass. And if it was a conspiracy, why did China then didn't let people in to expect a year after they let people in, and they had 3 hours, 3 fucking hours, and they was following around. They have no wonder it didn't fucking was found any clues there, man. Fucking bullshit.
On either case, I don't know how you could claim to know either, and that's what they're saying this woman did. She repeatedly claimed it was that she knew.
Youngkin and his politics of parental choice, all the focus was on how well it worked. And even in our conversations about DeSantis, it's about how well they're serving him. The truth is, dehumanization as a tactic for politics is from war. The Russians.
So this is obviously not the video that I thought it was. Sorry. Got to go through these stupid ads before they'll let you go full screen. They've got mandatory ads now. They didn't used to do this. It makes me want to start my own news site, bro, with no ads and not charging anybody anything. Just totally free. It's bullshit. Is there a video here or not? Just an ad. It just runs over and over again. God, you guys are idiots. Wait, no. Montage. This is her most unhinged comments. Okay, this is supposedly a montage of her most unhinged comments. All right, let's hear them.
And I worry that in covering Glenn Youngkin and his politics of parental choice, all the focus was on how well it worked. And even in our conversations about DeSantis, it's about how well they're serving him. The truth is, dehumanization as a tactic for politics is from war. The Russians get their soul.
So, now, what she said, dehumanization is a tactic from war. Okay, that's a fact. Number two, it's also a fact that Ron DeSantis is a professional torturer. He understands all of that. Number three, what she's saying is Ron DeSantis uses these very same tactics that he learned in war against people because he's a fascist. Now, what I'm seeing is this is from Fox News, and they're claiming that this was an unhinged comment. What I want you all to realize is what she just said was factually correct. There was nothing unhinged about anything that woman just said about Ron DeSantis being a fucking fascist. So the first statement, and we're going to hear, a few seconds of this, they failed on. And if anybody disagrees and you think that was an unhinged statement that Nicole Wallace just said, I obviously haven't been doing my job here on the show, and I'll explain it to you if you don't get it. I mean, do you want me to play it over so you can hear exactly what she said one more time? Here, listen.
I worry that in covering Glenn Youngkin and his politics of parental choice, all the focus was on how well it worked. And even in our conversations about DeSantis, it's about how well they're serving him. The truth is, dehumanization as a tactic for politics is from war.
See, this is the problem that I had with the freaking Oracle. Because, every time we start talking about this, he always starts with, it's the children. And my whole point is it's not about the children. I know Ron DeSantis has fooled you into making you believe that this is about your children, but it's about Ron DeSantis dehumanizing massive groups of people. It's not about your fucking kid. This ain't about your fucking kid. I know that's the single most important thing to you. That's how a fascist wins you over. Don't be a fucking sucker. Okay? Don't be a sucker. Your kids are going to be fine. They're going to be just fine. What's not going to be fine is your kids in a few years if this fascist motherfucker gets his way. Your kids aren't going to be fine. Nobody's going to be fine. Nicole Wallace obviously understands that. She made perfect sense. We're going to talk about Andrew Tate and tap water. Andrew Tate and cancer in a little bit.
He don't have cancer, man.
But we're going to talk about that. But let me just hear what else they try to say. I've never been a fan of Nicole Wallace's. But I will say that the very first thing she said so far made perfect sense. Fox News is fucking crazy and stupid for even putting that on there to try to make her look bad. She just relayed facts. But let's go on to the next thing. And do a bong rip while we listen.
The Russians get their soldiers to rape children by dehumanizing them. I mean, I'm a Fauci groupie. I'm a thrice vaccinated mask adherent. I buy KN95 masks by the, caseload. They're in every pocket. I wear them everywhere except when I sit down. Critical.
Okay, that wasn't unhinged. What she just said, she says she believes in the science. She subscribes to the science. She overly subscribes to the science because she's scared. And there's nothing wrong with being scared. Fear is a thing that we have to protect us. It's a defense mechanism. That's what fear is. She's letting her fear, dictate her actions, and her actions can possibly help her from catching a fucking virus or infecting somebody that she loves. There's nothing wrong with that. This is unhinged. So far we've gone through two things. Fox News is calling unhinged from Nicole Wallace. I'm waiting for her to go off on something where I could go, oh yeah, no, that's unhinged. And I'm sure it's going to come up.
Race theory, which isn't real.
Yeah, critical race theory is not real. So we're on the third thing now. Critical race theory is American history. Okay, that's all it is. So people try to make up this whole thing, critical race theory, critical race theory, critical race theory. And I've always told you, stop calling it that. Just call it history and learn the history and teach it to kids. They can learn the history just like I did when I was a kid. It's okay. In fact, my ears were shielded from a lot of the horrible things that America did. And what they need to do is they need to teach the real history behind this country, and not blame people who are alive today for the acts of their ancestors. It's absolutely not anybody's fault what happened back then today. It's not the purpose of teaching fucking history. The purpose of teaching that is so people won't fucking repeat it. I can't believe I have to say this, but I do. Nicole Wallace agrees with me on this. There's no critical race theory. Call it fucking history. There's no theory about the past. There's no theory about facts. If it happened, it fucking happened. If you don't think there's systemic racism built into the system here, I got news for you. Oh, it's built in thick. And I got evidence to back that statement up.
Earned the suburbs 15 points.
Let's just talk about this. Let's not even talk about African Americans. We discriminate against women built into the system in this country. That's right. Men make more on average than women do at the exact same job at the exact same efficiency. That's right. There's discrimination against all women of all colors, all races, and all religions. It's if you're a woman, you're being discriminated against. So if you're a woman and you're a Republican and you're not fighting against this discrimination against other groups that are marginalized, guess what, honey? You're one of the fucking marginalized! You idiot! Stop being a Republican. It doesn't even make sense. God. All right. Let's see what else Nicole Wallace has to say. I'm just kind of curious because so far, man, 3 out of 3, she's fucking hit a goddamn home run. 3 fucking home runs as far as I'm concerned. She's making nothing but sense and breathing straight fucking fire on Fox News. And they're making themselves look like a bunch of moronic cucks. And let me tell you something else. CNN, they're bad. Lowest rating in 9 years. Look at Fox News, the garbage that they're putting out right now. And this, I know it says MSNBC in the corner. Kind of confused me for a second. This is a Fox News posting. So understand, they're trying to make, this is MSNBC material, but Fox News is trying to make Nicole Wallace look bad, and all they're doing is failing miserably at a smear campaign that's, so far, this crazy guy that barely agrees with anybody political is going to say, hey man, Nicole Wallace has made perfect sense so far. And if you don't hear something that she said in the last 3 statements or 4 statements that you agree with, then we need to talk about that. But so far, no one is refuting anything in the chat, which is great. We'll keep going. Let's see what else. This is some kind of a highlight reel of all the horrible things Nicole Wallace when she's unhinged. Okay, let's see what else she says. I'm so curious.
Isn't a strain of racism on the left. If they decide they value a fighter most,
Yes.
people would be foolish to underestimate Michael Avenatti.
I think laid out very clearly what his interests are.
Kristen Walker, how do you resist the temptation to run up and...
So, I was wrong about Michael Avenatti, too. So she was wrong about Michael Avenatti. I thought he was going to come out, and I didn't know he was a fucking criminal. He was a fucking criminal. Fox News didn't know he was a fucking criminal. And she didn't know he was a fucking criminal. We don't have crystal balls. We didn't even know that George Santos was a fucking criminal, man. Most people had no idea. Once it got in the spotlight, okay. And, if she didn't retract that shit, that's on her. But I wouldn't be surprised if she retracted it, and they're just not going to show that. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see what else is going on here besides the Michael Avenatti statement.
Pocket. I wear them everywhere except when I sit down. Critical race theory, which isn't real, turned the suburbs 15 points. There isn't a strain of racism on the left. If they decide they value a fighter most,
Yes.
people would be foolish to underestimate Michael Avenatti.
I think laid out very clearly.
She just said there is not a strain of racism on the left. I would say that you're fucking racist against Russians right now, the left is. Especially the Biden administration and everybody that supports the Biden administration. Take it from me, somebody who's 75% Russian, I'm feeling pretty discriminated against.
What his interests are.
Kristen Walker, how do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck? So I
Okay, that's cute that she said that. How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck? This highlight reel is making me like Nicole Wallace more and more. It's almost like I want to start watching her show, man. If she's talking about wringing that woman's neck, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Sarah Huckabee Sanders Smith Johnson, whatever the fucking 20 name bitch is. I want to wring her neck too. So thank you, Nicole Wallace, for saying something that I completely agree with.
Resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck. So I told Jeb Bush after that debate that I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost.
Oh, I love this. Listen to her. I thought you should have punched Donald Trump in his face. Dude, how is anybody not appreciating all the things that this woman has said? I mean, I am calling this a highlight reel of all the fantastic things that she said. I mean, if anybody in the chat wants to disagree or defend Fox News at this point, you know, you can try. But I have a feeling that you're just leaving my live stream because you're a Fox News fan. I see the numbers going down. So let me tell you this. All of the people that are leaving because what you're hearing in here is the truth, and you know it is, and there's nothing you can say about it, and it goes against your narrative, maybe you should consider switching your narrative to the truth. There you go. That's easy, right?
He insulted you, right?
you
He
ready?
came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers.
Yeah,
He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should
Mr.
punch him in the
Cyber
face.
Cheers.
You now have a president, as you said, talking
I
about...
love she talks about punching people in the face. God, she's fucking kind of turning me on a little bit. She's a badass bitch, man. I'm gonna punch you in your face. Pow! All right, no organic cannabis. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, everybody.
I'm gonna go back. I want to hear all this talk about punching people in their faces. How do you resist the temptation not to run up there and wring her little neck?
So, Walker, how do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck? So I told Jeb Bush after that debate that I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face. You now have a president, as you said, talking about exterminating Latinos. I mean, you know more about the Trump women, the Trump family than anyone. What do they do on a day like today? Are they just the most stoic human beings? Are they numb? Are they dead inside? Are they paid off? I mean, what's their deal? Russia is actively working to, quote, denigrate Joe Biden. My question for you is...
Oh, there it is. There it is. Now her and I are going to have a problem with that. But wait, isn't Joe Biden attacking Russia? Oh, yeah, he is. We're cool. Yeah, they are. Well, they should be. If they're not, they should do a better job at it.
Johnson, senator from Wisconsin, is also actively working to denigrate Joe Biden. Are they in cahoots? It sounds a whole lot like collusion between Republican-dominated right-wing senators.
Yeah, asking if Russia was in cahoots with an American senator was over the top. But she's like a firebrand, bro. I had no idea.
Like today, are they just the most stoic human beings? Are they numb? Are they dead inside? Are they paid off? I mean, what's their deal? Russia is actively working to, quote, denigrate Joe Biden. My question for you is, Ron Johnson, senator from Wisconsin, is also actively working to denigrate Joe Biden. Are they in cahoots? It sounds a whole lot like collusion between Republican-dominated right-wing centric legislatures and the far-right members of the United States Supreme Court, whether it's a crime and whether it's real. Maybe Mueller will look into it.
Yeah, it probably is real, and you know, she nailed almost everything, man. She did really good. It's so funny that that's the worst that Fox News could come up with on her. Like, she's not 100%, you know, with me on everything, but it's enough for me to shame Fox News over on Twitter. You know, in this failed smear attempt. God, I'm getting good. How did I come up with that? Fox ends up making Nicole look pretty damn snappy in this failed smear attempt. I should write. That was pretty quippy. Guys, catch that? You guys catch the quip? Catch that quip! Ba-na-na-na-na. Bounty. What is this? There's a screen on my window. Where's Cyber's thing at? When a problem comes along, you must whip it. Turn it, turn it, turn it. Whip it down. I said, down it, whip it. Crack that whip. Give the possum slag. Sperm wheel. Break your mama's back. It's Devo. Down. I said whip it. I had that album on cassette tape. Used to listen to it in my car. Long time ago, dude. When I was like 16 years old. How old is that album, man? Okay, Google. What year did Whip It by Devo come out?
The release date of Whip It was May 15th, 1980.
1980. I was just a kid when that came out. Wow, dude. I can't believe I listened to that music when I was in my car. I got the tape of it, and it was so old, really. Well, I was listening to older music. What am I talking about? I listened to Led Zeppelin. I was listening to Led Zeppelin in my car. Why would I listen to Devo? Among other older bands. I liked a lot of older music. What am I even thinking?
Trying to figure out what year it was.
Care Salambra by Led Zeppelin. I wonder if I get in trouble on Facebook for playing that. I bet I would. They probably shut me down. Fuckers. I call myself no longer a closed door fan.
Spy tester.
He's a closed door to me.
Nay, how old are you?
How old am I? I am 54. 54. I feel like I'm 38. I haven't felt this good since I was 27, probably. I feel like I'm 27. And if I had to fight my 27-year-old self, I would destroy me. I would beat that kid so bad. I've been through a lot, man.
OG420 Jr.
It's we're talking about
Sup
experience.
trendy Nay.
My sister and my mother and I were talking about experience today. We were talking about, you know, it's funny. Oh, you have to give us the F-16 fighters, Ukraine. You have to give us the F-16 fighters. If we only get the F-16 fighters, then that's what we need, and we'll be fine as long as we get F-16. Well, let me tell you something. Number one, it takes a year to train these pilots. Number two, these pilots will be going up against Russian pilots that fly MiGs that have 10, 15, 20 years of experience of combat flying. Number three, these guys will have zero combat flight experience. Zero, right? And they're going to get up there with guys who are freaking hardened in these jets and ready to go against new guys. What do you think's going to happen? Hey, they might get lucky. One F-16 might get lucky here and blah, blah, blah. But what do you think's going to happen
Spy tester.
over the period of the long haul?
Okay, just turned 60. Whip It came out when I was 17. Saw them at the Orpheum Theater in Boston same year.
Right on, Spy. Right on, buddy. So, you know, I'm not a general, I'm not like an expert in war or anything like that. But I can tell you That when, just the conversation that my mother, my sister, and I were having about experience and how important that is when you're talking about anything.
Spy tester. They need months and months of training on those
They say
jets.
it takes about a year to train a pilot. Thank you.
OG 420 Jr. Got some Kush cookies today. They are very dense buds. Spy tester. People keep trying to make it a Battle of Britain thing.
So, this is why Joe Biden doesn't want to give the F-16s to Ukraine. Because someone over there that's working for the United States military is almost as smart as me. And he said to Joe Biden, he's like, everything that old guy said on that podcast, Nay's Garden, is what you need to consider. And Joe Biden said, so if we send them the planes are just going to get shot down and we're going to look like a bunch of fools. Well, the guy said, well, an F-16, bro, you're going to get a MiG here and there. But over the long haul, you're looking at experienced pilots against new guys. What are you going to do? Bring Americans in there? You're going to bring the British in there? You're going to bring the Germans in there? You're going to bring some experienced people from any other country that have airtime? Because that's what's going to happen. I guarantee you this is World War III. And Joe Biden knows that as soon as you put pilots up from other countries in those F-16s, it's officially World War III. Come on, guys. China, North Korea, Iraq, Iran, or what? It's Iran, not Iraq. My bad. Iran and Russia. How many countries is that? China's like, okay, China's out right now, but it's just a matter of time, right? Well, okay, but what you got on the other side? You've got all the NATO countries in the United States and Ukraine on the other side of that. How is that not World War III? Just because we're fighting in Ukraine on the border of Russia, it's not World War III. Why? They don't call it a world war until after it ends. Oh, okay, well, that's the problem, right? That's why they last so long. If people would realize what they were in, maybe they would work towards whatever, dude. Whatever. You're just butthurt that you didn't go. Whatever.
Spy tester. China taking the long game. There is money in both sides for them. Don't want to lose a trading partner.
China's not going to lose a trading partner. How much money do we owe China? How much debt are we in with them? Come on, man. Use your brain. Come on. China's going to be giving deadly support. China will be able to give Chinese pilots. Watch what happens if we bring in pilots to fly those F-16s. Experienced pilots. What? Putin's just supposed to sit there and do nothing about it? I bet you he's got countries chomping at the bit to jump in. I have a feeling North Korea can't wait. I mean, you understand Iran is doing what they're doing because we attacked their centrifuges years ago. And they've just been waiting for this opportunity. We've discussed this. You guys all know this. This is common knowledge for us, right? So, what's going to happen when,
Spycaster.
other countries like
Once a NATO pilot is
Like
over Ukraine,
Syria.
it is WWII.
What's going to happen when a country like Syria says, hey, you know what? We've had enough of America too. Have our pilots that have been flying up against Israeli pilots. I don't know if Russia and Syria get along too well, though. Once a NATO pilot's over Ukraine, it's World War III. I think it was World War III when we attacked that fucking pipeline. America went in there. You guys know America entered into this, right? Not too many people are in denial about that. Yeah, the Biden administration's trying to come up with a counter narrative for it. They were silent on it because they had no answer because they knew they were guilty. They said they were going to do it. Joe Biden said, we're going to go destroy that pipeline. This was before Putin invaded. If that's not a threat, and an encouraging reason why, Putin, another reason why Putin was encouraged to invade, I don't know what is, because that's a country's energy that they're shipping out.
Spycaster. Do we have any concrete evidence that US did Nord Stream?
Yes, we do. Let me tell you this. America did Nord Stream, and let me ask you this. Who else do you think did it, Spy? I mean, come on, let's just be real here. Can you be real with me for a second? And just give me the name of the second country that stood to benefit from attacking that pipeline. Go ahead. I'm ready to smoke, Cyber.
Hey.
Where'd Cyber's Cyber's screen is.
Where is it?
He's ready to smoke, I see. I had the chat
I'm
over.
back. Sorry,
Okay.
my mic was muted.
Oh,
I was
cool.
talking.
Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, Jim. Cheers, Spy. Cheers, everyone's on the Rumble.
Spycaster. OIAE, it makes the most sense that we did it, but seems
bro.
too
Cheers,
brazen
everybody.
for this administration. Spycaster. I'm ready.
Too brazen for this administration? You don't even know what you're talking about. It's like you're just talking to talk. You're not even making sense. I mean, do you want me to respond to that? Or are you going to, understand where I'm coming from right now? Because I already told you that Biden admitted openly that he was going to do this, right? So you obviously think I'm a fucking liar. So I can go to YouTube and I can pull you up the video of Biden before Putin invaded Ukraine, not only threatening, but saying he was indeed prepared and going to destroy the fucking Nord Stream 2 pipeline. I can also give you the video of me years ago on this show when I lived in California, explaining to my audience why George Cruz had stood up all of the Biden administration appointees over wanting Joe Biden to destroy the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. It was like the only reason Joe Biden didn't do it was because there were Republicans that wanted him to do it too. And he just didn't want to agree with what Ted Cruz was saying. I mean, you're not going to take my word for it? I'm trying to save time. You don't trust me? You think I made it up?
Spycasta. I understand, and I know he threatened, but it seems to be such a direct link that to do it would be basically declaring war.
Okay, real quick. Biden was encouraging countries to join NATO on the border of Russia for the very reason of inciting Russia to get into a war. That's what the Biden administration wanted. They wanted a war. The evidence of that is that we've been in this war for over a year, and you can see how little the Biden administration has done to try to stop the war, but they just keep profiting. The people that are profiting from it keep profiting from it, and Biden administration just keeps signing off more money. They just signed off $400 million more. You're not paying attention. What are we up to, guys? How much money has the United States sent into this war? You know, they're doing a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time now, so you don't notice it. That's the evidence right there. That should be enough evidence for you to just sit there and go, yeah, why aren't they sitting down and having peace talks? Israel tried to have peace talks. Biden administration told them to go fuck themselves. China tried to have peace talks between these two countries. Biden administration told them to go fuck themselves. France has offered peace talks. Germany has offered peace talks. Look it up. You know, if they wanted to be out of this war, we could have ended this on probably day one when those tanks were still sitting on the border. We could have just been like, okay, you know, we're going to pass a law that says that Ukraine cannot join NATO, number one. And number two, we're also going to, over a period of the next 10 years, we're going to draw down all of our NATO bases that are within striking distance of Russian soil. That's it. That's all Russia wanted, man. That's not asking a lot. Because if you do that, then all the bombing on the Donbass stops. That NATO and the United States were feeding.
Spycasta. That would have crippled NATO.
What, NATO's ability to attack Russia? Who else are they enemies with? Bro, you don't even make sense. Who the fuck are you? You're not even making sense. NATO doesn't need to exist. Period. It could be dissolved right now. And all these countries just go back to defending themselves. And when there's a problem, well, they're all friends. They can call each other and say, hey, can you come help? And blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they can. They don't need an organization to do that. You know, allies can be allies without joining NATO. Look, we're helping fucking Ukraine, and Ukraine's not in NATO right now. There's no need for NATO. Wow. Just fucking proved my point. Didn't even know where that was going. Why are we even having this discussion, man? Why is it so hard for some people? Is anybody else not understanding this? Really simple. Imagine America having a bunch of Russia NATO-style bases within striking distance of American soil. They don't do it. They tried it with Cuba, and America said, no, absolutely no. We had the Cuban Missile Crisis. It was shut down. And then America, Cold War, we got to start building up NATO all around Russia. Every country around Russia's got to join.
The idea of the organization is that the signed treaty is enforced by a government, even if the guy at the top is a Russian stooge.
They're not following the treaty, though. They signed a treaty, they don't follow it. And you know that. You act like you don't understand. Now, I asked you before who you were, and you didn't answer me.
Crawlin' 4 coins. All about that world or asterisk.
It's about a Cold War. It's about companies making money on defense, and it's about, you know, Russia reacting to actions that NATO and America have been taking against them since the end of World War II.
Spycasta. Oh, I understand. I am a 60-year-old retired guy. I grew up in the Cold War, selective service. My friends were deployed to West Germany in the early 80s.
West Germany. You act like you don't understand. You act like you don't know the history of what happened in that region. And the fact of the matter is, neither you or I have the knowledge to engage in a conversation like this and argue points that neither of us are sure about or understand. Right? And let me put it to you another way. At this point, I don't care. At this point in the conversation, I don't care why it is the way it is today. I don't care why it is that America got reactionary or Russia felt the need to take over countries and regions. And if we've been lied to or whatever, I don't care.
Spycasta. I think you misunderstand because I do understand. I'm not in disagreement with you.
Yeah, I got you. I just want to explain this to you, okay? It doesn't matter how we arrived at war. I want it to fucking stop. So this is the way it is. Russia and America. You know, that's really who it is. It's Russia and the United States. They've really encouraged Ukraine. They've filleted Ukraine. You know, they've inflated and filleted them to the point that, you know, they feel like they're superheroes because they've got America in their blowing in their sails. You know, America is the wind that is providing the force for them to go forward. So let's just say we've got America and Russia. Okay, let's say that little Russia, he's a little 7-year-old kid, and little America, she's a little 7-year-old girl. Okay, and America and Russia, these two little kids, they're having a little dispute, and you know, and one says, you know, it's Russia's fault, and the other one says it's America's fault, and I come in as a person that does this, and I look at the two of them, and what do I say? I say, I don't care how this started, I don't care who's at fault, I want it to end right now. That's it. That's what you tell two children. Top of the hour in 40 seconds. Nays Garden. NaysGarden.com.
Spycasta.
I need you back.
I get Russia's reasoning. They feel that they are being eclipsed and squeezed, and that Ukraine was one more step to the West squeezing them tighter.
Right. I don't care what their reasoning is, though, at this point. I just want the war to stop, is what I'm saying. And it needs to fucking stop. And it's not going to stop until we start talking. And, Israel and China have already stepped in and tried to start peace negotiations. And I want you to know that the Biden administration stood in front and cock-blocked both of those negotiations. I don't know what happened with Germany and France.
Spy tester.
Oh.
So what does
And
it
Zelensky,
take? China brokering
also,
it.
is also refusing peace negotiations as well, just so you guys know. He just wants F-16s. Because F-16s, not peace negotiations, F-16s. That's the guy we should be listening to. When he was offered, one, which he's got access to, and the other that he doesn't have access to, he's going after the one he doesn't have access to right now.
Crawling 4 coins. Where's Gorbachev and Reagan when you need them?
Right, coins.
NATO
That's
pushed
funny.
on another country, IMO.
So what does it take? China brokering in? It's going to take the United States, and they did. They had the United States. I believe Blinken had a conversation with his Russian counterpart at the G20 summit. That's great. So, give them a little bit more time and see where it goes. See if they start talking, Because, America has to admit some very hard truths, facts, that they were involved in an overthrow. Russia's going to have to admit some hard truths as well. I'm sure they were involved in some things that they probably shouldn't have done that encouraged, some of the defensive moves by NATO or other countries or the United States. They both have to come to the table and say, what's going to happen. They're going to point the finger at each other. It's your fault, it's your fault. And that needs to stop. Someone has to go, look, it doesn't matter. What matters is, where are we going to go from this point to make this war stop? And that's the hard part. You got to ask each country what they want. And I know what Russia wants pretty much. And I know that Ukraine and America and the rest of the world don't want to let Russia have what Russia wants. It was weird because for so long they seemed content with what they had, and now they just want to expand. It's all got to stop. Cheers, guys. Cheers, cheers, cheers. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, Jimmy. Cheers, Spy. Crawling.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, everybody.
Let's check a few more things here. Will crypto recover? The motley fool. The cryptocurrency market showed some signs of recovery in early 2023, but now it's back in dire straits again. Hey man, look, let me just say this. It's not back where it was. It is down. The Dow is down. The Dow is down. And the S&P 500 is down, and the what else do they call it? The Nasdaq is down. The Dow is down. It's down in the Dow. It's down. Cryptocurrency market showed some signs of recovery earlier, but now it's back in dire straits. Just when you thought the FTX meltdown might be over, another crisis rocks the crypto world. Silvergate Capital. This is what. As soon as the crash happened, I got a text message from freaking Oracle on Twitter at Nay's Garden. He sent me a personal message and he said, "Hey, bro, it's Silvergate Capital crash is what's causing the market to crash. It's a credit card company." delayed filing its annual report and warned that it might be in financial trouble. This could start another protracted downturn, or you could see it as another chapter of the FTX saga. So the crypto rally that started in January is taking a break again. Bitcoin prices are down 10% in 2 weeks, and Ethereum has lost 8% over the same period. Moreover, ultra volatile meme coins are taking even bigger cuts. Dogecoin is down by 14%. And Shiba Inu has taken 17% haircut over the same 2 week. Shiba. I hold both. In this unpredictable market, many investors wonder why cryptocurrencies will ever return to
The
solid
freaking
long-term
oracle.
growth. Hey, freaking oracle!
Crypto to the moon.
We were just talking about you. There you is. There you be. I was just saying how you let me know what was going on with this right when it happened. Okay, this is what's about to happen to the crypto market. This is what freaking Oracle is talking about.
The freaking oracle. Yes, a lot are pulling out now, but no worried here.
No, I'm hodling. Check this out. The basic premise of crypto investing is simple. Digital currencies are poised to reshape and disrupt how money is made, stored, and transferred. Lots of financial functions that require banks and other intermediaries today will move to decentralized systems in the relatively near future, right? Now listen to this next sentence. Many things will change when automated blockchain networks and smart contracts replace human agents and go-betweens who want a cut of every transaction. Transactions will be faster and cheaper. Risk assessments will rely on artificial intelligence and machine learning. From banking and insurance to online gaming and gambling, a plethora of trillion-dollar industries stand on the threshold of a new era. Can you believe this reporting? This is from The Motley Fool, who's actually a pretty legitimate financial publication. This was by Anders Byland yesterday at almost 4:20. So Anders wasn't high yet. It is 3 minutes before, and he put this out, and he's like, yeah, it's time to get high with Anders. He said, you want to smack him out? What?
Again?
Do you want to smack him out? Excuse me? Do you want to smack him out? You want to smack him out? You want to smack him out? See, I didn't say it. I said it just like he said it in the show.
Unpacked.
Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, Jiminy. Cheers, freaking Oracle. Crawling for coins. Everybody else that's in the Rumble sphere. Who is that? I might ask. I might inquire.
Cheers, bro.
And do such. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Wow.
The freaking oracle. The idea now is to wait for bottoms in top 50 projects, then load up for the bull run. Love crypto when it's on discount.
It is on discount right now, son. If anybody wanted some of that Harmony. What? Dude, why did you do this? Nobody asked you to do that. Windows 11. So Windows 11 resizes my windows when I don't want them to be resized. It shows me these options that I don't want. I'm going to write that down. That's number 20.
No name.
When dragging...
Who is taking care of your /farm in
Windows.
California, or did you lose that too by wasting your money on
System.
fake crypto?
System.
The freaking Oracle. What's Harmony at?
No, I've got like, I don't know, I got like 200, I got like $190,000 in crypto right now that I have access to. Something like that. I could look it up. Maybe 200,000. How's that for wasting my money on fake crypto? That's a lot of cash. If I wanted something, I could go buy it right now with some of that. You know, like if I wanted, like, I don't know, a nice gold bracelet. Oh, I don't need to do that. I already got one. Look at this. It's my father's. Look at that. Look at this. So we took a couple of links out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually the first time in all those years I've known you I've seen you with a bracelet.
It's because it's my
Oh.
father's.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
It is a nice bracelet.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Nice clasp on it, man. Yeah, nice thick clasp.
Oh, here goes a huge drop in the market. Oh. Giant drop. Matic, 111. Harmony's hanging in there. Cardano, giant drop, 33 cents. Look at these huge drops on screen now. On screen, Sulu. On screen, Captain. Sulu's got like a
Billy Valentine.
an unsuspecting low
favorite.
voice when he's talking.
That's a Cuban link. What carat?
What carat? I think it's 18 karat gold, my mom said. 18 karat.
18 karat.
Check this out. 18 karat Italian gold that I believe she bought in Italy with him.
Damn.
Let me ask her.
Nice.
Let me wait. Where is she?
18. Damn.
I think.
That's a.
What does that mean?
That's a. It means it's a lot. That's a lot of gold.
Billy Valentine. It'll say under the class.
Yeah, I can see some writing under there.
Say 14 or 18. Or 10. Or 24. I love like a squiggled symbol.
I'll ask my mom because I can't see it. Yeah, it's like a squiggly symbol or something. I couldn't.
Yeah, that's right.
What's that?
That's the symbol for gold.
Weird.
It's like 95 is for some silver.
The freaking Oracle. Use your phone, take a pic, and then zoom in on pic.
And you bought it in Italy? In Sicily? Milan?
Not that I wouldn't ask somebody with the carrot there.
Florence. All right. She bought it in Florence, Italy. It's 18 karat gold.
Holy
Nice.
shit.
Yeah.
Dude, Damn.
We took some links out of it, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I got some links.
That's a serious piece of jewelry, dude.
My mom's got them, actually. My mom kept the links. She got them in the back.
Nice. Very nice.
Use your phone, take a pic, and then zoom in on it. And that'd be funny if it said gold plated on it.
It'll say on it. I mean, it's legally all gold.
Yeah, but if it was faked, I know it's not faked, but
They would
if
put
it's
that
faked,
on there, right?
it's not gonna look like they're gonna make it look legal, you know. So
Yeah.
fake bracelets would have a gold stamp on them.
It's probably cobalt underneath.
No, yeah, I think it's real, dude.
Have you ever seen
Yeah,
like a
that's
cobalt
anything else.
shell?
Yeah.
They're cool, aren't they, bro? You try to pick it up, you're like, oh my god, what is this thing? How is it so heavy? This does not make sense.
Yeah,
It's so dense.
Right. Yeah,
It's
so
funny.
dense.
Is cobalt the heaviest of all elements?
I don't know.
Come on, science kids. Okay, Google. What is the heaviest element?
According to science, the heaviest element found in any appreciable amount in nature is uranium, atomic number 92.
Uranium. Who would have
You
ever
don't want to get near
thought?
that stuff.
Let me try can't lift it.
You
I
don't-
got a couple of
Yeah, you don't want to.
Hey, what are you talking about, Cyber? I got a couple of uranium dumbbells I'm gonna be using now. I'm gonna go get them.
No.
Uranium. That's funny. I'm gonna have cryptochronic bionic
Back in the
arms
old
here.
days, they had uranium glass and shit because they thought it looked cool because it was glowing in the dark.
Yeah. Sure, I know that. I actually read that before.
But and people still collect them, but they're really not. If you have them standing in a
The
cabinet
freaking
or something like
oracle.
that and don't touch them, it's really not
Thor's
that
hammer
dangerous.
was revealed in comic books that it
But you
weighed
shouldn't
only
use them to
40
break off
pounds.
anything,
No.
you know.
Shit, that's a heavy ass hammer, 40 pounds.
That's cool.
Bro.
So there's a moss that glows in the dark.
Billy Ballantyne. Okay, 18 karat men's Cuban Lincoln average length weighs about 20 ams, so that $2,500 in gold.
Yeah, these.
How much do sledgehammers weigh? You're what? Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, I never would have imagined that.
Or more.
Billy Ballantyne.
My dad was a pimp.
Yeah,
That's what I said, dude. I was like,
Restream.io.
they say you look it up.
Congratulations.
I've got his.
You've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat.
I left his ring in California. I'm sad about that. Well, Billy Ballantyne, I don't think this is definitely. I don't know how much this weighs.
The freaking oracle. Pimpin' ain't easy, ha ha ha. Billy Ballantyne. So that means the links you removed were $200 worth.
Well, I think there were some other links too of them originally. So there's actually more. I'll have to
Just
ask
weighed in a scale and then.
I had
look for the price of
no
gold on that.
idea. I didn't even give it a second thought, the value of that. I feel like I was just sitting on goddamn Antique Roadshow.
Yeah.
And they're like, that bracelet's worth $2,500.
Billy Ballantyne.
How much did you pay for it?
I'm a gold addict.
My dad gave
I
it.
have $700 on my left hand.
Really?
I got
Holy
$500.
shit, bro.
I got $500 silver chain. Sick.
That gold ring of my dad's has a diamond in it.
Harmony gold.
That's crazy. So those guys that wear those chains, holy shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
I didn't realize they were wearing that much money around their necks. Oh my god.
10, 20, 30, 50.
I wonder what those links are worth, bro. Those links are huge. You know, I've seen chains that make this thing look like this.
Some of that stuff's not real though.
Yeah, but you know the rappers, bro, that are
Oh, yeah, those
real.
rappers?
All their
Yep.
shit's real.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like I
What
know a
else are they
guy,
gonna do with their money, bro? Get nice cars, nice house. Already got all that. Could travel around wherever I want. All right, I got all this money left over. I guess I'll get some nice rope throw around my neck.
There's an
Some
older
dope
guy in the
rope,
building,
son.
man. He's
What?
got like $20,000 around his neck at all times. He's like an Eastern European guy. I don't know how he got all this money. He's in the building, but he's got like all this jewelry, man. He's telling me all about it. He's got 20 grand on him at all times. Crazy.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Billy Ballantyne.
Help me get
Gold
this.
is actually how I save my retirement. It's a physical commodity that still raises and drops in price. Only you actually keep it. And if the ID dies, I can still make bullion.
This little kid's voice is so funny. I've gotten used to it. It's like I barely even think about it. But when Billy's saying something like really technical, or you know, something like that's really knowledgeable, and it's like this little kid voice, it's hilarious.
A little odd.
It's, you know, my retirement. Will crypto recover?
With like a 5-year-old voice.
Jean-Pierre lashes out over Tennessee law banning drag shows near children. What sense does that make? I really, you know, I gotta say, I cannot stand this woman, man. Let me just tell you guys, I cannot stand her. What am I about to tell you? What am I going to tell you? What am I going to say? I just said I can't stand her. What's the next thing I say after that? Anybody? If you know, say it. If not, that's cool. I'm going to tell you here in a second anyway. Anyone in the chat want to guess? What's the next thing I'm going to say after I tell you I can't stand this woman right here?
She's a fucking
Oh,
cunt.
I know. I have an idea.
No, I'm not going to say that, Cyber. I just said I can't stand her. So now I'm going to say something else that I normally say when I say I can't stand somebody, which on the show.
Oh, the C word?
No, that's what Cyber said too. That's so funny. No, I'll tell you.
Well, you know.
Oh, that's cool. I'll tell you.
Good known to say it.
What I'm going to tell you is just because I don't like her doesn't mean that she might say something that I'm completely going to agree with. And this woman...
The freaking oracle.
No.
Cunt.
Yo, hearing that voice say that word is...
I know, bro. Oh, my God. But what I usually say is after I say that now on the show is, even though I don't like somebody, doesn't mean I'm not going to find something that they're going to say that I agree with. And she's about to say something I already know that I'm going to completely agree with. What she's going to say is, you know, there's really no reason why you need to pass a law that says you're not allowed to have drag shows within a certain amount of feet of a school or whatever. This is just This is how fascism takes root, but I digress. Go ahead, let's listen to her. We'll get ready to smoke along. I don't understand. Here we go.
Administration opposes the resolution that would dismantle the crime bill. So when was this policy reversed, and why weren't House Democrats notified about the reversal?
And I'm just going to say this
So,
too.
I'll say this.
Even though I don't like her, whatever she's got going on down here, whatever, it's working for her. She's looking good today. I'm going to give her that.
There was never a change of heart on where we were with the SAP. The SAP, the way that it's laid out, speaks to the president supporting DC statehood. That is where we were. That's what we were at the time. Wanted to make sure that we again lifted up where the president has been for the past decades, making sure that DC, fighting for DC to become a state. And we actually say in the SAP that if Congress wants to move forward in that way, we should pass H.R. 51, make D.C. the 51 state. And so we never laid out where the president was going to go once it came to his desk, because we wanted to allow Congress to move forward in the way that they normally do with the mechanism when a piece of legislation moves forward. And so we never said anything at this time. Now we're communicating very clearly. Now that we know that this legislation is going to be in the president's at the president's desk, we're making very clear and communicating that where the president is on this legislation.
Wait, I'm sorry. It specifically says the word opposes. So is it that the administration wasn't aware of the content, the specifics of the crime bill, and now you are aware, and the president says he doesn't support some of the changes that the DC Council put forward? Because when you released the SAP, I'm assuming, maybe incorrectly, that you were very aware of what the council was proposing.
We were aware of what the council were proposing. What we're saying was that we wanted to make sure that we continued the president's continued push for statehood, and that's what we did. That's what we did in the SAP, and that was what was the most important thing that we believed. There was no veto threat in the SAP. There really wasn't. It may have been. I just read it while you were asking me. We opposed it, but there was no veto threat. So I want to be really clear about it. It stated our support for DC statehood, but it did not indicate what the president would do should the bill come to his desk. It did not say that. It did not lay that out. Now we're communicating that very clearly. We communicated with the House Democrats days ago when they were in Baltimore.
But you're barking up the wrong tree.
I know, right? I know. Hey, man, I got a girlfriend. And you know what? I can make a comment and not mean that I'm trying to assert myself.
And I failed SAP. My youngest
just when I
asked why the
compliment the way
waiter's
someone
hands
looks.
were so dirty. She was just black.
If I compliment the way
I am really tired of that mentality. You cannot fucking look at a woman, not compliment her without it fucking offensive. What the fuck happened? I mean,
for not knowing that she's gay, that
you
she
can
only
no
likes
longer
women.
go up to a woman in a bar and offer her a drink without. Now you fucking want to sleep her and rape her and drug her and kill her and put her in the boot of a car and fucking drown her. I don't get that mentality.
Exactly.
What happened?
It's well said, Cyber. I completely agree. I want to ask Billy Ballantyne if I compliment this woman, knowing her gender, it's none of my business, but I know what she considers herself, her pronouns.
Billy Ballantyne.
Knowing that and giving her a compliment on that she looks nice.
Can't up any asses either.
Is that being
It's stupid.
Is that being a little Dolly Parton of me, bro, or is that just being human?
The freaking Oracle.
Is that being creepy, or is that being,
I feel sorry for PPL dating nowadays. Have to get them to fill out a form and sign it.
Right? Wow. I know, right? Right? Right, freaking Oracle? Right,
And
Sandra?
and again, I said this.
Yeah.
I said this to MJ. I remember many of you
Billy
asking where we were
Valentine.
going to go, and I said we
I
don't have any. We don't have a.
understand the Christian.
By me complimenting how she looks, am I being like Dolly Parton and being creepy? That's what I'm asking.
Colin 4 coins. Absolutely, my point exactly.
Decision yet. We don't have anything to share on this, on where the president's going to be with this particular bill. And now we are, because we know that it's going to come to his desk.
There must be some state laws that the president also disagrees with, that have to do with crime. And he obviously doesn't have the power to do anything about that. I'm trying to square his decision to use his power to do something in D.C. while he's also saying, you know, the federal government, you know, should allow them to be their own state.
Because
No, you'd have you to up her boob to be like Dolly. She's handy, and that's illegal.
D.C. is not a state. So this bill,
and therefore he should.
D.C. is not a state, so therefore the bill is coming to his desk, so he has to make a decision. It's as simple as that, Ouija, right? Because D.C. is not a state. Now, he wants D.C. to become a state. We've been very clear about that. He has said that for decades, that he believes in D.C. statehood, but it's not. And so therefore, because D.C. is not a state, when bills like this occur, it goes to the president, and he has to make a decision. And that's where we are. It's as simple as that. Now, if D.C. becomes a state, yes, the president believes that it should be governing, cities should be governing on its own. That's what he believes.
But until then, they shouldn't.
But D.C. is not a state.
Right, but I'm asking because he does have an option to veto. That is one action he could take.
But again, this is a president that believes in keeping communities safe. He believes in keeping the 700,000 residents in D.C. safe. And so he's taking that action because it's coming to him. We didn't put this legislation to get forth. This is not our legislation. This is a legislation that is coming before the President of the United States because D.C. is not a state. It's just not. So he has to make a decision. So he's going to make a decision that will help the residents of D.C. That will deliver for the residents of D.C.
Hey, everybody.
And it's as simple as
Joe
that.
Biden wants D.C. to be a state, but it's not
I
a
think
state.
two perhaps parallels here in the discussion about the SAP, which is the Statement of Administration Policy. Isn't it really boiling down to there was one train here that was saying that the administration opposed this, and then really when the recognition takes place, that this would make the president look tough on crime, that the wheels stopped, and now you have a new position. Isn't that really what happened here?
What I can tell you what happened is that there was no change of...
This video... DC crime bill flip-flop. We've been watching this for
Billy
so long,
Valentine.
and I've been waiting for them to talk about
When
drag
a show
shows.
girl said I was hot, I was 14 years old and my mom went crazy. But Dolly pinched my ass the same year and my mother was thrilled. Humans suck.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. Showgirl said I was hot. I was 14 years old. My mom went crazy. Ugh. I just wonder if
piece of legislation.
Because, you know, those of us who cover this read these things all the time. The general public may not even know what we're talking about here.
No.
But it seems like...
I'm pretty sure they're not.
There was a bureaucratic push in one direction on this.
One direction.
And then when it reached a certain point,
like the band.
and crime is a big issue in America in certain cities. We saw it reflected in the election in Chicago. We know it's a concern. It's been a concern in the city that many of us live in here. And then boom, the president has to make a decision, and he's going a different direction than the administration set up. Isn't it really just that simple?
I wouldn't say it's that simple. First of all, let me just step back for a second. This is, when you look at crime and the rise of crime over the last couple of years, this is something that the president inherited, and he took action, right?
Still.
With Safer America plan and
like I'm
making
getting
sure
suckered here.
that he did everything that he can using the tools that he has in federal.
Read these time. The general public may not even know. It seems the public not even know here. In one direction on this, and then when
God, why have they done this to these video players? I can't fast forward it to where I want to see it, so fuck it. I give up. All right, you guys. Here's Cyber. Reload. Cyber, it's all you. I'm gonna go sit with my mom and eat dinner, but you got this. This is all you. Cyber, cheers to you.
All right.
Cheers to everybody.
Cheers, bro. Cheers,
yes.
everybody. And bon appetit, bro.
Yeah, thank you. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm sure I'm do stuff.
Cheers, Cyber.
Cheers.
Oh, oh, oh. 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 That was effective.
All right.
See what we talked about, Jimmy. Now it's starting to get fall.
Oh, yeah, right.
The leaves changing color and shit. And they're not doing it all at the same time, and the leaves are falling down. I really like that detail.
Oh, yeah. I see the leaves. That's cool. It took a while. It's not like, unrealistically, it takes a good long while for
No.
change the seasons. That's cool. And I suppose you get storms as well. And
Yeah, there are rainstorms and thunderstorms. At least rain weather and thunder weather. I don't know if you can classify it as a storm really, but it's raining and thundering and
cool
snowing
tornadoes came
during the
through.
winter.
Tornadoes came through and ripped up shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like some crazy high
Yeah.
wind, knocking over trees and shit. Every once in a while, like it's just a horrible storm would come in.
Billy Ballantyne. That guy was obviously on the flack-up.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Oh, the hawk is here to eat some moles. The hawk is here to eat some moles.
Nice.
2 failed attempts at getting a mole. It flew down, and this hawk flew down and dug up at the ground 2 times and just gave up both times. But I got both of them on video, which is cool. What do you mean funny? Oh, like I talk funny? No, you said it. You said it. You said I'm funny. Now, what do you mean I'm funny? Like the way I dress? Oh, Anthony's a big boy. He knows what he said.
I'm a clown.
You said I was funny. What do you mean I'm funny? Funny how? I'll show you funny. Yeah, it was funny he did that in that talk show, bro. Dick Cavett.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was good. I had to send it to you. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh.
Whoever the fuck it was. Anyway, I'm taking my dog outside, and we're gonna walk around for a while. I can make this more entertaining for everybody, I think. All the people that are watching. There you go. A little bit of ambient noise there. A little bit of the ambience. Ambiance, so they say. And Cyber, once again, I'm going to leave you here with these people. And you guys, Cyber will be able to hear you if you chat at him, and Jim will be able to hear you if you chat at him. So, have fun, guys. I'll be back. Okay. Warm outside,
Yeah, I couldn't. I was all out of stamina in the last fucking second.
Damn,
So
well,
I don't need to kill it anyway. I think. My idea yesterday about killing them was when it got winter time, I could skin them and use the hide so it didn't freeze. But I don't think you can do that because I found a jacket earlier today, a leather jacket, and that's probably what you need. So we can probably only get meat out of them.
I mean, you have to stab this thing. I bet you if you throw it at it, it kills it much quicker.
Yeah, but it takes way more than one spear because I have hit a deer standing. I hit that with a spear and then it started running away. And then you at least needed to hit it at least with one more spear.
Damn. Too bad it's not like where you hit it.
But I just picked up a shotgun, so.
Well, that'll take care of it.
Yeah, but I rather want to save that for special occasions.
Yeah.
I'm sure gonna need it. Because the ammunition is pretty scarce. Thought it was a cave behind. I wonder if the leaf's gonna fall off if I hit it or not.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been a cool detail.
Maybe if they were like a big axe or maybe not half.
Because in the winter time, some of the trees, when you cut them down, and there's snow, the snow falling down from the tree.
Oh, that's cool.
I thought it would be kind of the same. need to look something up. I need some key cards, and I have no clue on it. Fuck. What is the problem?
Oh shit.
Okay. What going on?
What's this thing running?
Huh?
I thought I saw a mutant running.
That would be that. I should be a key card? I don't think so. Already been there. Try again. Oh, I didn't have this shovel earlier. That's right. Didn't have the shovel. Oh. I got it. Fucking bunker.
Alright. Play a little Minecraft here, I see. Minecraft for grown-ups.
That's right.
I could tell what the fuck.
nice walk. I didn't want to come back in. It's so nice out there right now. 80 degrees outside.
Oh, nice.
But I wanted to take a picture of the moon. Because the moon is out. I want to see how well.
Billy Ballantyne. That happens every time I dig too. There's a safe about 3 inches down.
Every time I dig. Every time I dig, there's a safe. It's kind of fun.
I should be able to get down there, man. Okay, it's glitched.
Any unsaved progress you just saved.
Yeah, I think it's glitched, so we're restarting from the save. I think I should be able to get down there.
Right? I think you should be able to get down there too. Just did all that digging. What good is that? You know?
Exactly.
Reminds me of that movie with that couple that moves into that house. That guy starts digging a hole out front. They didn't move into the house. It was like just a house in a neighborhood that nobody had moved into yet. And they got trapped in there for eternity. She went under the sidewalk, and there was a whole fucking weird world under there. And it was like, I don't know, man.
Alright, we dig again. Oh,
Hey, that was
now it's
easy.
open.
What's in there now? Another shovel. Hey, it's a map to another safe.
There we go.
100 feet from here, there's another safe just like this one. Go find it. They're playing intense 28 days later music. You have to kill the baby? That's messed up, bro. What the? Bro.
Non-mutant babies.
I kind of like that. Zombie baby. Alright guys, listen, I've had fun. Thanks for watching a 2-hour show. Hope you enjoyed watching Cyber play some crazy games. Watching this crazy market crash, and this is a dip, and if you're looking to purchase, I would recommend purchasing Harmony right now. It looks really good. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Or, you know, maybe late night or something, but I doubt it. I don't know. I doubt it. Bye, guys. I'll see you on, I'll be on, Twitter @NaysGarden.